Hey everyone, it is Thursday, May 19th, a little bit after midnight, so technically Thursday, even though I'm still going on Wednesday here. I just wanted to make a short video to kind of reinforce something that I've spoken about, in the past. Um, Before I do that, however, even with my primitive computer, I have found that there was a video editor on my computer, and I actually was able to do it. So if I can do it, pretty much anybody can. I shouldn't say that, but you know, I mean, I've never done video editing before, and I was able to do it. So at least my videos will start with some simplistic uh, other parts to them that have an introduction and a title page, and so welcome again to Rogue Logic 13. And the only follow up thing I'd like to say is that with my ongoing issues trying to solve the problems with my disability and my insurance after having great difficulty with it, I'm going to be on a phone call with the state, the Social Security office, tomorrow with my attorney present, and I hope to actually record that call because I don't see why, as long as we inform them that we are, excuse me, that we shouldn't be able to do that. But they may refuse. I don't know. Um, Looking further ahead, though, as I don't wish to be on disability, and the problem that I foresee and that I think a lot of people don't look ahead to is that this is going to repeat itself in maybe I'll make 6 months and it'll just happen again. So, the long term solution for me is I need to find the type of employment that my body post cancer can handle. And I hope to do that sooner rather than later because you hear different things from a variety of different people who I'm sure. I know I do. And I believe there are a group of people in this country and in the world and everywhere that, yeah, they just want something handed to them forever. And unfortunately, probably there is some truth to the fact that once you're given something, then why would you want to work for it? The reason I don't usually agree with that, and I'm not saying that there are people who do that. I've actually known some, and they find it quite amusing. But most people I think really don't want to do that because you're limited when you do that. I mean, let's say you achieve lifelong disability and whatever your insurance now. uh there are usually some pretty harsh stipulations that go with that. I know mental illness can be one of them, and then severe health problems that you're not winning if you get that. So either way, I think that some of the people who attain that are doing it at a very high price, and they deserve what they are doing to get it because they really can't function and support themselves. Then of course there's a percentage of people who ride the system, and they don't have any aspirations, I guess, to do anything more. Now, people have a lot of resentment for them, but I personally don't think that they live the life they want to live. Perhaps they do live off of us, and by us I mean people who are out there struggling and paying their taxes and whatnot, and whether you agree with it or not, just doing what you have to get through life. But the people who do that are they're really limited. I just believe that, yeah, they may get away with it so to speak. But anyway, I don't have time to worry about them. Ideally, of course, it'd be great if no one did that, but I really do believe you're always going to have people who take advantage of a system no matter what you do. So the best thing you can do is, as a society, is to minimize that. And for me, I'm not concerned with it. What I'm now looking towards, as I said, is a better solution than now. I don't want to mislead anyone. I damn well am going to get what I need right now returned to me because this is exactly what it is there for. I mean, if you have a debilitating illness, if you go through the type of thing that I did, this is exactly what it's for. And playing these games with the state is utterly ridiculous. So, yes, I am going to do everything in my power to get my benefits back until I'm able to do something else. But I am going to try like hell to do something else much sooner rather than later. And if you're out there and you are in a similar situation, I suggest doing the same thing because you just get caught in a cycle and you could be completely deserving of these benefits, but if you can pull yourself out of whatever health problems you have or anything like that, do so because it's nonsense. I've now devoted weeks and so much stress and anxiety to this. It's just not worth it. Now, ideally, yes, I am someone who believes that the entire country, and I will say this again, even though I have in the past, we all, through our taxes, should be well taken care of from the billionaires all the way down to people who have absolutely nothing at all. We should have our health care be more than taken care of. But we don't live in that society right now, and that is not a reality, so it's irrelevant. Just my opinion means pretty much not a rat's ass. No one cares. So beyond that, what I'm starting to look into, obviously, is I would really, really like to do the kind of work that I'm doing right now here, where I will eventually, I hope, be able to just get my own insurance, take care of that, pay my bills my own, and they can take their disability and shove it up their fucking asses because I I don't know, the system is so broken here, at least in Connecticut, that you can have the most dire illness that I mean that people hear the words and they're frightened, and for some reason, you are just, wow, okay, now we're taking that away. They arbitrarily just make these decisions. Everyone is on a different page every single time I talk to someone. As I've mentioned in the past, one Social Security agent actually fixed my 6 month problem in a minute. And then the paperwork must have gone through several more times, and I'm right back where I started. So I hope that I'm able to channel all of my energy into this and make some great videos here that I'm hoping I'm improving each time. And that, again, that's what I would suggest to anyone who finds themselves in a position where you are getting better, you are able to get past it, and even if you feel you still deserve it, I'm beginning to wonder if it's really worth the agony that they put you through. I I don't like to make assumptions off of things that, saying things like I've heard or people say, because that really is it's not factual. But if I observe, and I have very much, I I do see people who seem to, I don't know if they know how to work the system, and that's all they put their energy into. And I'm almost willing to say maybe that's a full-time job as it is, from what I've seen. And maybe they deserve it if they're that dedicated to trying to not work or not pursue something of a better value. But that's not me, and I'm growing quite weary of dealing with this. So I hope for now, when I actually need the benefits, where I have to pay my bills and I have to live my life and go on, I hope I'm able to solve this. But very soon, I really am pretty much, there isn't a f- I don't think I go more than a few minutes without the wheels turning about, okay, how else can I achieve where I'm earning a living and getting a medical paid, a job that has medical benefits, and yet, being able to be true to my health and where I'm at right now. And I simply cannot do physical work as I used to, and I have to deal with neuropathy and uh, pain and exhaustion. And it's really sucks because I don't like being, it makes you feel vulnerable, but I keep fighting it, and I keep pushing through it. So there's that. And then what I wanted to finish up with today is, I guess, how awfully sad it is to watch the people that you love suffering from self-induced pain. And what I mean by that is, after, being post cancer, being post, a very likely terminal illness, and just realizing how, so even what I'm dealing with now, which I've described in length to anyone who does end up seeing these videos, the first theme here is, what you may go through, and I'm hoping that I can help people with tips on it. But it really, even that, it's workable. It's workable. I mean, if you have your life and you have your health, all of the things that I see people that are very close to me suffering through, it's heartbreaking is what it is. Because um you can tackle things in life in basically one of two ways. You can look at the obstacle in front of you, and you can say, this is just the worst. I can't believe this is happening to me. Fuck this. I give up. It's too much. And the other way is to look at it, and I've mentioned this before. You seem to have these two personality types of, fuck that and fight it, and it gets you angry, so you do something about it. And then people who, and I'm not judging them. I'm just saying, I think that they tend to see it, and then it just is overwhelming to them, and they're like, I can't take this anymore. And then what that usually devolves into is some kind of substance abuse, some type of long-term depression, or both, which play off each other and make it just that much more difficult to pull yourself out of it. And all I can say is, just sit and think about it if you're going through something like this. And everything else aside from your life and your health is workable. You can get through debt. You can get through a painful breakup. You can get through a divorce, a loss of friendships, a loss of a job, um, things not turning out as you expected. I mean, that's life. It happens all the time. If anyone ever told me that I would be where I am right now, making videos on YouTube about, coping strategies and things that you can do to combat all of the things that come with a terminal diagnosis and or potentially terminal, and I would have laughed at them. I never would have even given it a goddamn thought. I just would have been like, yeah, okay. I may be making videos for you know amusement. I might be making videos about my various interests, whether it be games or martial arts or uh, you know debating things like religion and people who are atheists and different religions, or um, comic books, you name it. That's what. And I sure hope that I'm doing that soon. But I can't I can't fairly make those videos and feel good about them unless I continue to progress here and use this as practice and make these videos that actually have some concrete information about the subjects I just mentioned and many others, and some really decent editing tools so I can have subtitles, and I can have different screens on the same screen and things of that nature. I think it would just be selling myself short, and I think it would be less enjoyable for you as a viewer. So for today, I'd like to just say, please, if you see somebody that is a close friend or a family member or both, or someone, anybody that you love, if they're struggling with long-term depression and they just feel overwhelmed, just I'm not gonna, of course, mention any names or anything like that here, nothing personal, but all it took tonight for that type of thing was a fairly long, for a text. It was long enough where it goes to where you need to see it all, and a few paragraphs. And I do think that I was able to help a little bit. I'm not fooling myself into thinking that that is going to solve this person's problems or whatever, that I don't want to divulge here for people who know me and who I might be talking about. But because it's, that's a invasion of privacy. But it doesn't take much. I know it doesn't mean take much for me. I've had people just do some fantastic things for me, and I was just I was really, almost, in tears sometimes, because I just couldn't believe that it had happened. And it really doesn't take too much. I mean, just when someone's really down, um, just do something out of the ordinary or unexpected. And my biggest thing, I think, is if you're thinking about it and you're like, this, let's just say, oh, my aunt, this is totally hypothetical. I don't really have any more aunts, but the point being, um, my aunt just lost her husband, and she lives on her own right now. And gee, I wonder how she's doing. Well, you know what? Don't wonder. Uh, let let's say she loves birds. She loves to watch birds. Go on Amazon or wherever. I'm not promoting Amazon here. If they want to promote my channel, then maybe I'll think about it. But I don't. They don't give a rat's ass about me. So, but just my point is, go online and get a bird feeder. Get a hummingbird feeder, or go wherever, to Job Lot or Walmart or your local store, even better if that you have someone, and keep it in your price range. Let's say it's, I don't know what it is. Say it's $10. Say it's 20, and just send it to her. Just send it out, and don't even, you can put a note, you could not, and then, ask her, and then maybe she'll bring it up, and you'll be like, you may not even have to take credit if you don't want to. Just say, wow, that's really nice. Somebody did that for you. But, more likely you'd like to, send it to her, have a little note and say, hey, just thinking of you. And not for any occasion, not for a birthday, not for an anniversary. Just do it. And I'll tell you what, it's pretty nice what you can do for people, and it takes so little to do. So I think that's a good place to leave off. And I hope everyone has a good rest of their night. I hope that I'm not up till sunrise. I don't think I will be. I probably got another hour or two in me. And beyond that, be kind to yourselves, be kind to one another whenever you can, which is almost all the time, barring an asshole here and there. And always be kind to animals because they deserve it. Taken astray, do whatever you want, but just be kind to them. And if you can't, then stay away from them. But they're the best, and they need us, and they don't have a voice like we do. So that's all I'll say. I'll stop preaching and say good night. And as I always say, peace, everybody.